I want to talk about the boring dispatcher. Evidently, the boring dispatcher is dead. If we're to take Bat Tim's word for it. Even if he's not really dead, though I'm in the camp of believing it's true, like most of us. This is a good time to go ahead and talk about the boring dispatcher. I like the boring dispatcher. Now, you couldn't get a style that was further from my own style. But why do I like him? Well, for one, I don't look for people like me. Um, Ever, really, but certainly not in terms of valuing them and what I value. What I liked about Roger, and I usually don't use people's real names. If your account is the Boring Dispatcher, I call you the Boring Dispatcher because that's the name you've chosen, and that's what other people will know you by, unless they happen to be privy to your name. But the Boring Dispatcher's name was Roger, and as he's passed away, then the normal rules don't apply. But the thing about the boring dispatcher is I think he understood the internet is for expression. And, he in Mel's Basket Case is another example, used the internet for expression. And you get their real opinions. Sometimes Roger, this doesn't apply to you, Mel, but Roger's opinion were bullshit. And he might even come up later and say, oh, it was bullshit, or apologize. He's a very forthright person. He's also very big, and being heavy is one of the easiest things to get nailed out online. But that didn't matter to Roger, because Roger understood this idea, I think, about the net being for expression. And if somebody insults you, it can't really hurt you if you already have faced your own problems. I mean, if you already know that you are, heavy and overweight, then what can somebody else do? To shock you by calling you that. All you really usually know when somebody insults you online is that the insult would matter to them. Things like this are going to needle that person that made this insult in the first place. And Roger seemed to understand that. I mean, if you really wanted to get to Roger, calling him fat would not have been the way to do it. But that didn't stop a lot of very simple-minded people from trying exactly that way. I think a really good example of Roger's impermeability to this sort of attack came when he came into brief battle with Fake Sagan. I mean, I think Roger is about the only person that Fake Sagan could make no headway in owning. Um, and again, it was because there really wasn't anything to own. He was just saying what he thought. How do you own that? There was really a lot of humility in the way Roger would give his opinion that, oh, someone's an asshole or this or that. Very strong sounding opinions, but really Roger was very humble in his presentation of that. He's just like, I'm a guy on the internet, and the internet is for people like me to, express my opinion. So I valued Roger because I enjoyed watching his videos, and also because I saw in him what makes me love the internet so much. And so to Roger, rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear uh, you've passed away. And and yeah, so um, it is very sad. And I don't really know Roger, of course, except for a couple comments and watching his videos. But it was very interesting, and I would have liked to see Roger come back to making videos. I think it was very interesting watching him progress through his, and learn from experiences that he put online, including kinds of drama that are inadvisable for most people to put online. But Roger, with his approach, was able to grow from these experiences, and I think that was interesting to watch. I was glad to see Roger start to get into the atheist debate, which of course is how he ran into up against Fake Sagan. And I saw behind Roger's the superficial stuff of Roger uh, just ranting on stupid videos that he saw. He explained this himself, but even before he did, I saw that Roger was a real person with real ideas and a real sense of inquiry. And if you didn't see that in him on YouTube, then you didn't understand this guy's entertaining himself online. And far from it being a negative thing, it's a very positive thing to do that. And I think Roger was a good example of using the net for cathartic, personal reasons, and as a result, being open to growing from the experiences he had, just an entertainment experience, but still able to grow from that. Anyway, that's what I saw in Roger, and yeah, I can't suffer this loss like members of his family or people that know him. And I can't suffer it, like as a fan. I wasn't, a fan, but as somebody that looked forward to hearing his ideas and conversing with him from time to time. I'm going to miss Roger deeply. So rest in peace, Roger. And I'm glad to hear, through Bat Tim, that your last days were especially happy ones.